dip out for.
Yo, what's good, man?
What's the deal, man? What's the deal?
Man, it's been a long week. My apologies, y'all, that been waiting for the show to start. We had a little technical difficulties. Well, Cory has some technical difficulties. In case you're wondering why he's not here, yeah, his shit was pretty fucked up. So he'll be back next week. We'll figure it out. But yeah, shit was a little fucked up, but it's all good. For those of y'all that like my guy Andre said, over under 609. Those of you that bet on that over, that shit hitting like a motherfucker. Y'all would have won some money. I don't know where you would have got it from, but y'all would have got some money.
Hey, my man said big late.
Hey, they going in on Cory over here, bro. That's
y'all crazy.
Yeah. Big Cory didn't pay Spectrum. Oh, come on.
Man. Hey, my people be saying the same shit about me, man. So I already know. I had a motherfucker tell me I had my internet on a hamster wheel the other week. I was very, very disappointed when he told me some shit like that.
Yeah.
Hey, it happens, man. What's the deal?
Not everybody gonna have perfect Wi-Fi at the moment. It happens. Shit, I'm not gonna lie. I've been a victim of bad Wi-Fi in the past. Like it is what it is.
I remember Cory going at you. I know. I remember them days.
Yeah, bro. It's been a minute. I'm glad I kind of got that situated a little bit.
Factuals.
Every time we be having conversations, and I'll be waiting just to see, like, finally once his mouth stopped moving, I'm like, okay, I can talk now. Subtitles type shit.
That fuck up all conversation, bro. When you gotta sit there and try to lip read for sure.
Yeah, just looking for like a couple keywords and that's it. It's like, all right, okay, I think I know what he's talking about.
Factuals, man.
Yeah, man, shit. But y'all already know what we're here for. We're here to talk about some Raiders, and it's a lot to talk about this week. It's Combine week. It's finally officially draft season. For those of you that like to be technical, it's officially draft season.
Hey, and right here for me, I mean, it's damn near Christmas. You know what I mean? For everybody down here, because you don't get no type of live action football for months and all that extra. So, you know, this the last time we're gonna be able to see some of these prospects, you know, in real live form and just kind of, I guess, confirm what we already done scouted already with a couple of them, you know.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
My guy, man. Appreciate you for tapping in, bro, as always.
Yeah. Hey, we got my guy Larry in the building. He did mention it, besides draft season, it's also line season. So we'll get into that in a little bit with all the rumors and all the lies and crazy shit going on. But yeah, man, it's draft season. This is where we get to finally meet up with some of these players that our regime's intrigued by, possibly, whether it be a quarterback, whether it be a lineman, running back. You never know. But this is their opportunity to finally get to know these players and really see what they're about. I know for a fact they've been watching hella film for sure, but now it's where they get to really know like the person, whoever it is, John Doe, but the person, to make sure like they're a solid individual. They not no weirdo or no shit like that. Like this is somebody that I could fuck with and I'd love to have on my team.
100%. And it's like you can't reiterate enough, bro. Like the combine is not for you to then like discover a player. Like it's for you to confirm the shit you already done scouted or the shit you already done known about the player. So if I see on film that X player, you know, got this type of burst on film, I just want to confirm that with the 40 time. I want to confirm that with the 10-yard shuttle or shuffle or whatever the case, you know, like that's it. In no way, shape, or form should the combine make me be like, oh my God, I had no idea about this dude. Like I should figure it out. Like I feel like if that's what you're doing with the combine, you low-key doing it ass backwards. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Because for most of it, there's a reason why these guys are getting invited to the combine. Like this is the cream of the crop for
They
the
already
draft
know,
class.
yeah.
So
Motherfuckers already know.
there are other guys that will be a part of the draft that didn't unfortunately make the combine, but they're legit too. Like
Yep.
let's not get it twisted. There are some guys that unfortunately didn't get invited, but they should be able to at least get drafted or make some noise when it comes to draft season. But I got a question for you because a lot of people were making a big deal about it over the weekend, or I believe it was the start of the week, regarding how we're looking forward to the players that are competing and getting workouts in over here at the combine. How do you feel about the certain athletes that are choosing? Whether I know some are medical issues, but the ones that are choosing just not to participate in any workouts at the combine. What are your thoughts on that?
It don't mean nothing or make no difference to me. It don't move nobody down no board. It don't hurt nobody, in my opinion. Like, again, because I'm already going into the combine with preconceived thoughts. You feel what I'm saying? Of like where I got these people ranked, how I like this talent. So just because I don't see them at the combine, which I would argue to a lot of people that the pro day, people get more wild at the fucking pro day than they do at the combine nowadays, especially for quarterbacks. So, like, honestly, it don't matter to me. I know a lot of people gonna make a whole big thing about Shador not throwing, but like some of it you could give into a negative light with Shador, because at the end of the day, bro, like his game is not predicated for the combine. You feel what I'm saying? Like what he does well, that shit is not going to showcase at the combine next to a Cam Ward, Jalen Milroe, goddamn Tyler Shook even. You feel what I'm saying? When you come to those guys with just pure better arm strength, it's just not the same.
I agree with that.
For him, so I really, but for sure, I already know what I see with Shador. I know what I get with his game, so I don't really care. There's 4+ years of film. Genty, on the other hand, you could say, yeah, you understand because he had 2K yards, but for me, it's like, that class is way deeper. You feel what I'm saying? There's a lot of people in that class. Like, okay, this dude might be better in the league. This dude might be better in the league. You would say, like, all right, well, why is he not doing at least certain type of drills? So, I mean, you can spin it all type of way, but honestly, even him, I don't even care. He's doing the drills. I don't give a shit. Like, because there's nothing that a running back can really do in these drills to make me be like, oh yeah, bro, like, oh, we got to take him based on a 40 time. Like, nah, I didn't watch this motherfucker multiple games, so I already know what I'm getting as far as a running back. So I mean, it really shouldn't matter. It shouldn't move nobody up or down no boards, to be honest with you.
Yeah, like I understand it when it comes to like certain players that if they're considered to be like maybe day 2, day 3 picks, like of course you want to try and boost your stock. But in a sense, I understand why some of these top guys are choosing not to, because let's be real, when you're at the top, there's only one direction you can go when you're at the top. So honestly, let's be real, that this combine, it's dope for the fans to watch and experience, and for some scouts that want to get an extra look at it. But if you watch the film and you still need to see more, maybe that guy isn't the right guy for you. Maybe he's not the right guy for your organization, if we're being real. Because for a prime example is for these quarterbacks. I get it. People want to see them throw and stuff, but they're throwing to unfamiliar receivers when in the games they're throwing to receivers they're familiar with. When it comes to week 1 and all that, training camp, everything, they're throwing to guys that they're getting familiar with or that they're already familiar with.
Thank you.
At their pro day. They're throwing with who they're familiar with. So I get it. You want to see who they throw with that and unfamiliar, see if they can still hit those same targets and stuff. I get it. But when it comes to game days, they're going to be throwing to receivers that they're familiar with. So that shit don't really matter if we're keeping it a buck.
It really does not, bro. It really does not. And what like irritates me about fans is like you already know, we have our conversations already, bro. Like you on the Cam Ward spectrum, and you already know, I've said it multiple times, bro. Like even if we take Cam Ward, I don't care. I would be okay. I'd be like, all right, fine, cool. And I hope Cam Ward is successful. But what I get mad at is when goalposts move and rearrange. Like it's like, all right, dog, Shador's not doing the pro day. He's scared. He don't like competition. All right, Cam Ward might not do the pro day. Oh, who cares about Cam Ward not doing the pro day? It's not that big of a deal. What the fuck? What do you mean it's not that big of a deal? I thought the class wasn't that strong. So then what happened to all that competition shit that everybody was talking about like 2 days ago with Shador, but then all of a sudden that shit don't apply to Cam Ward? Like that's what I'm getting mad at when I started looking at that, bro. Like we had to evaluate fairly. some people are not evaluating fairly, and I will be 100% honest with that.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the part that sucks is some people they logo watch for certain schools or they choose to if they just don't like a player, no matter what the
You know, it's crazy, chat. I don't know who's froze. It might be me. It might be Mike. But my shit be fucked up so much that I'm thinking I'm fucking froze. That's why I'm not saying shit. I think I'm fucked off. Y'all let me know in the chat, bro. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? Am I tripping? Okay, it's Mike. It's Mike. You know, that's a goddamn shame, right? That's a goddamn shame. That's how you know my shit be fucked off. That's why I was sitting here staring at the camera like a fucking dumbass. I thought my ass was froze. Okay. Okay, cool. Hey, if that's the case, we keep the show rolling. Y'all know what time it is with me, man. We go ahead and keep it rocking. But you know, I think my man was over there talking about the combine and players sitting out. It doesn't really matter. But I see my peoples in here, man. Shout out to my guy Chris, man. Shout out to my guy Prez and all that, man. Y'all already know what time it is, man. And shout out to the BTB people, man. Appreciate y'all for showing up as well, man. As always, man. It's much love. But but as we continue, right? Like, I think I'm very excited about what I'm going to see as far as the players that are going to be in the combine, right? Like tomorrow is going to be a fantastic day because we get to watch the D lineman. You feel me saying? One of the deeper positions in the draft. So I definitely want to see the interior D line.
All right, there we are. There we are. Sorry about that, y'all. We had a little technical difficulty. Difficulty. There we go.
Don't worry, we kept it going, bro. We kept it going as always. We kept it going as always. But like I was saying, I was telling bro, like interior D lineman, we got a lot of shit to look forward to this weekend. Hey, look, it wasn't my Wi-Fi this time. It was not my Wi-Fi this time. We was waiting on Mike to get back on this one. That was not me, trust me.
It's still me? My
no, you good. You good. Cause I went out for a little bit before you came back in, bro. My subscribers already know my shit be cooked. My shit be fried. All sometimes they already know. They already know what's up, bro. But you know, just wrapping up the combine, bro. Man. Hey,
everybody going at me like, nah, it's Mike. Damn, bro.
I was like, bro, nah, because I'm just sitting staring at the screen and shit. Because I'm so used to my shit fucking up. I'm like, oh yeah, that's got to be me. It's definitely me. Yeah. But Cory.
Hey, Cory's Wi-Fi ghost since he's not here.
It's all bad tonight, man. Give everybody grace, man. This shit's bad. This shit is bad.
Hey, it's a lot of pandemonium going on today. It's all good.
For sure.
A lot of pandemonium shit with these rumors too. A lot of some crazy rumors going on across the league, not just with the Raiders, across the league, but there's some crazy ones, man.
Hey, bro, this is like one of your people said. It is lion season, 100%. But some things have legs. Some things have legs. Now, do they always come to fruition? No, but certain things that we hearing now, it's like it's a lot of people saying the same damn thing.
Yeah, it is, and it does get real interesting with some of them. Like the big talk right now that if we're being honest, the real big talk for media is this guy right here. They're saying there's a chance he might become a Raider, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm pretty intrigued by that.
Look how it look, bro. Look how it look. That shit look natural. You feel me? Like that. That's how it's supposed to be. That's the look right there. Now, I think you said it. I said it. Multiple other people said it weeks ago. So I'm gonna go ahead and give flowers where flowers is due, bro. Said this shit for you. It was even a thing. If this man was available, I don't want to hear about no goddamn Sam Darnold. I don't want to hear about no motherfucking Aaron Rodgers. None of that, bro. This is the number one option right here. And if this is true, bro, it's got legs. Like, and I get it. People are the draft pick, the capital, the money you're gonna have to give. But if it's less than the third round, if it's one of them third rounds or less than that, and you're giving this man 2 years, I'm fine with that, dog. I mean, looking at the quarterback market and how many other people, I mean, shit, Tua making $18 million more. I mean, come on now. Well, you look at the top 15 paid quarterbacks, bro. He's not even in the top 15. None of that shit. That's blasphemy. Yeah. He should be paid that amount. So 100%, bro. That's the number one option. I don't give a fuck. You go ahead and do that. You do that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And it was crazy because I'm being honest. I never thought that the Rams would actually be willing to trade Stafford. Like that's still considered easily a top 10, maybe even top 7 quarterback in the NFL right now, this day.
Yeah.
Day and age. Like,
agreed.
The fact that they don't want to pay this man, or I don't know if they do or not. I don't know exactly, but in my opinion, if I have a franchise quarterback, maybe it's because I'm desperate. I ain't never had a franchise quarterback in my lifetime, but I'm paying a franchise quarterback, especially if he's still got some gas in the tank and he's still able to go.
If he give us what he gave the Rams last year, I'm well and good. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be honest with you. If he give us what he gave the Rams last year, now some people are like, well, you know, the Rams are moving on from him, so that should tell you something. But honestly, dog, this is more front office and money wise, because probably I think he's an older player. They're trying to get a deal, right? And they're trying to be like, well, you're older, so help us out. You're not gonna play longer, you know what I mean? So we gotta get some type of capital. But I honestly think if we're only paying for 2 years, I think he can give us a solid 2 more years, bro. I really do. A solid 2. Now, if you ask this man 3-4 years, that's a little steep. I'm not gonna ask him all that shit. Like that's a little steep. But
yeah, I would say maybe like a 2 or 3 year deal with like a player option on year 3.
Yeah, see how it go, bro. By the 3rd year, you better have that fucking solution. You feel what I'm saying? You got years to figure it out. But you better have that fucking solution. If the solution comes in this draft and he's just sitting for 2 years, I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. Yeah. Right? If you get him next year and he only got to sit for a year, fine, so be it. But you better have the fucking solution. That's the only way.
Yeah, and I noticed a lot. I'm sure you've seen it too on Twitter and other social media apps. People throwing tantrums, flipping out about the possibility of trading for him. Which, I mean, it's a good thing to have Stafford. Don't get me wrong, but people are tripping out about the fact that we're not trading them pick 6. We better not trade pick 6. Why would we trade pick 6 for somebody that we have to pay $50 million or more? Why would we do that?
Thank you. It's just not going to happen, bro. You're not going to do that. Especially when we all know we have to pay this man when he gets here. If we got to take on this contract when this man gets here, then at this point, bro, like, yeah, we are not going to have to trade that much. I mean, again, a 3rd, 4th rounder for that. And I know some people like, what if we trade all that, bro? A 4th rounder is nothing. A 4th rounder is literally nothing. If you get like a Pro Bowler or a starter as a 4th rounder, you did your job. You did a good ass job. But usually, bro, you looking at your starters and Pro Bowlers or whatever rounds 1 to 3. That's what you look at, 1 to 3. You trying to get a starter, some quality, or a Pro Bowl player from 1 to 3. 4 to 7, depth, quality depth. We trying to get quality depth at that point. And then if we get we get a Max Crosby, we get a motherfucking Nate Hobbs. If we get some shit like that, well, then we throw in a parade. There we go. But that shit don't look how many Max Crosbys come around often. That shit don't happen. You just don't get that all the time, bro. So a 4th rounder, fuck that. Get rid of it. I'd do it.
Yeah, bro. Like the only way I'd see us possibly trading that 1st round pick, the only way I see it, in my opinion, is if we somehow go up for a quarterback. There have been rumors about that, but anyway, I'll still get speak on the Stafford stuff before we get into that. But yeah, like if we're trading a 1st for Stafford, that means the Rams are taking on pretty much all that contract. Like we're signing him for dirt cheap that year.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
pretty much.
But the thing is, we got money. The Raiders got money to play with, and they're about to get a whole lot more because they're raising the cap. I believe another 40, 45 mil. And then plus we also have, I believe, about a little over 30 mil in rollover cap space rolling into this next year. So we better have some money to blow. So at that point,
there's money, bro.
Yeah, it's like I get it. A lot of people are saying it's too rich for my blood to pay Stafford $50 million. That's a top 10 quarterback. There's quarterbacks worse than him in this league that are getting way more than that.
That's the going rate, bro. That's the going rate.
Yeah. And I know the Eagles won the Super Bowl and they look dominant in the Super Bowl, but that NFC Championship game, they were pretty close. They were pretty close. feel that weather.
Let's be honest, bro. Let's be honest, because everybody says that, and that's true. And everybody's like, oh, like we got to follow the blueprint, follow the blueprint. I honestly am starting to believe, bro, like you just got to do whatever the fuck you feel is best for you. To be honest, dog, like yeah, we're gonna, like, to a degree you follow a little blueprint of what somebody else has done as far as success, but like you'll never be able to really replicate another team's Super Bowl run or Super Bowl success. And the really, really, really good dynasty teams and the really, really good teams are usually teams that everybody else wants to do shit like. They're not trying to do shit like everybody else. So honestly, all that like trying to copy shit, throw that shit out the window, bro. Do what you think is best for the organization and let motherfuckers follow suit to what we do. All that trying to copy, like, yeah, we can try to do what the Eagles have done, but what the Eagles have done is very hard to fucking do. That's not no easy feat to do whatever, because you got to hit on players, you got to hit on free agency, you got to hit on a fucking late round quarterback, which everybody is assuming that we be able to do, but Jalen Hurts ain't no first round dude. So it's a lot, bro. It's a lot. It's a lot that you'd have to replicate with Philadelphia that I think it's hard to replicate.
Another thing I will say about it, and it's a whole process. And we're being real. That's a whole process to be able to make that happen, because it takes a couple years to build up a team like that, the way the Eagles did. There are different routes you could go. One, I will say that maybe that is the route we're going, but it may seem like, especially with our GM and our new ownership, maybe we're going that Brady approach, that how they went 2020 in Tampa. Maybe that's what it is. You get the best vet quarterback that could possibly put you in position to possibly really contend and compete, and load up. You got money, shit. Try and get the best players you could possibly get up in here on both sides of the ball, and go from there. Maybe that's the route we're going. Instead of, I would love to go the Eagles route, but that takes time. What if, just like Stafford, if we hypothetically bring in Stafford on a trade, just like him, Pete Carroll, we don't know how long his timetable is here as our head coach. So we don't know. Maybe it's a short-term contract. Maybe he only does the 3 years of the contract. Maybe he overlaps that contract. But one thing's for sure, it seemed like they're trying to win now.
That is a fact, bro.
I'm not mad at it. I'd love to win now.
I mean,
I ain't seen no Super Bowl in my lifetime.
This is where you begin to say, like, honestly, you want to stay past the Raider delusion and shit, like, because you don't want to get too deep into it. But at the same time, all of us that watch the game, we all watch these games very close. We all know, like, this team, as like, there are some pieces that you do have to fill, but honestly, dog, this team is not in the weeds far the fuck off like that. I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. We're really not. I mean, last year, we won 4 games, but most of the defense was hurt. We knew that, right? We knew what time it was with most of the defense when they was hurt. So getting them fully healthy, getting them back, maybe adding a piece to that. What does that look like? I know a lot of people complain about, of course, the offensive side, that's just warranted. The offense was dog shit. So there's no shit to say about that. But there are some pieces to work with, right? There are some pieces to work with. And I think it was dog shit primarily to the quarterback play and the inconsistency of the play caller, right? So if you fix the quarterback play, say if we had Matt Stafford in some of these games we lost last year, right? Even with the injuries and the way this defense was playing, what is the record? Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you we're a Super Bowl fucking contending team. I mean, that's unrealistic. But be honest with yourself. If we got Matt Stafford last year, flip-flop, Gardner Minshew, Matt Stafford, what does the record look like? Way better than what the fuck it is. So, and I would say this, right? And now we adding on to it next year where you bring in Matt Stafford. The offensive line, I do not think is as bad as some people try to make it seem to be. I really do not think the offensive line is that bad. Once we moved some pieces around, it looked better. I think we still got to get one more guard in here. I think that's why everybody keep talking about a guard. And I don't think Jordan Meredith is the problem. But that's just me, right? So we in there, and you get a running back, which we all think we going to get another receiver. Yeah. I mean, bro, I really, again, I know this team got some pieces it needs, and primarily it's on the offensive side. You need pieces, explosion, but it's not that far off, dog. It's really not. I mean, like if you look, of course the Patriots got Drake May, but if you take away Drake May, right? Look at that fucking offense. It don't look good. Look at the Giants offense. You think the Giants offense is better? No, I don't think that shit is better than ours. I look at all the top five. Only team that to me may have a better offense than us in the top five or whatever, Jacksonville, or in a better situation. Jacksonville, you feel what I'm saying? They got a good situation. That's okay. They got a quarterback. They got nice little pieces over there. But shit, look at Tennessee. Ass cheeks, right? That shit sucks. We got a better situation in Tennessee. I mean, the Browns. Need I say more? We got a better. I feel like we have a better situation long term than the Browns. I mean, if we look at the fucking Giants, feel like we're a better situation than the Giants, so on and so forth. So, I mean, again, I don't think anything gets accomplished by tearing this bitch down to the studs. I really don't. Hell, we would have won more games if baby Brady AOC started day one. I agree. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say, that man was going to take us to the promised land again, but I do think that AOC was a better option than last year. And that's even saying some shit. I mean, look at the fucking difference. And I am no way, shape, or form an AOC supporter at all. But look at the difference between Gardner playing and then at least some competency when AOC got in there to a degree. It was some competency, right? It was still ass, but there's different shapes and sizes of ass now. I mean, so we all know what that is. So I think adding Stafford, a veteran, somebody that I think all of us up in here just been waiting. I mean, selfishly, I've been waiting to watch some good quarterback play for a minute. So this would definitely pique my interest on this motherfucker, man. So if we can give him, if we can get him for like a third, fourth, we all good, bro. We all good. So as Movie Mike, man, gets ready to come back up in here, look at that, bro. My timing is crazy, bro. Timing is wild, man. Yep. But I over here just letting the chat, finishing it up, man. My soliloquy on why I think Matt Stafford is the solution, the answer. You feel what I'm saying? I do think he might be the answer.
Yeah. And ideally, I originally would have liked the rookie, but I mean, hey, you never know. It's still on the table. Maybe we still bring in a rookie. Maybe either one falls to us at 6, and hey, why not? Why not go after the best possible rookie quarterback if he's there? I mean, I get it. You have Stafford, but would you rather have a project that you really have to develop, or would you have one that he's just about ready to go, but you could, tying up a couple things, have him ready to go for real.
Right. And that's what most other teams have done with this situation, right? You get the first round quarterback. You don't do the late round. You try to do the first round if you can. Now, if they're not there, then you're going to take BPA. But if one of them best two quarterbacks is there, oh, yeah, you do that. You have to do that, bro. That's just – it's responsible football practice. I mean, I would feel like it's very responsible.
Yeah. I got to ask you a question, bro, because how you did mention taking BPA at 6. I need your thoughts on this one because a lot of people have been mocking this guy to us, saying that would be a BPA pick. So I got to know what you think about this one, bro. If he drops to us at 6, would you say this is a BPA home run pick at 6?
Look, bro, and I don't want to diminish. I hate it because it's like when you talk about this shit, you got to diminish the talent. But
yeah,
I don't know, bro. Like I don't know. Like I really don't think a running back is probably the smartest thing to do at this juncture. I really don't. Now I get people saying like, oh yeah, you take the best one minus whatever the case. But it's like when people say that, especially, we be on Twitter and shit. When people be like, well, why the fuck would you take an average ass running back and then you got all this, you got the best prospect ever, dog. That lets us know already you don't really know what you're talking about with this running back class. That let us know already. You feel me? Because with this shit right here, now, for example, if we were to say, hey, bro, we can pass on that, maybe trade back, pass on that, and we grabbed Omarion Hampton or Marion Hampton, how many people are angry, Mike?
Honestly, I don't know, because there's times where we've done some great shit and there's still people that complain. So I don't know, bro. It's hard to say.
Yeah, for sure.
But no matter
what,
there's gonna be somebody that's upset with a move that the team does, unfortunately.
For sure. But as us people that the logical, right, or of us that are like, all right, well, we're looking at the value of some of these other dudes. We know what Omarion Hampton brings, and we bring that. I ain't mad at all. I'm like, well, shit, there we go. You feel me? If I get now, granted, this is a tier below, but if I get me a Judkins, I'm happy as fuck. I'm good. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, there are multiple guys up in here that I feel like I would be okay with. And this is the thing. Yes.
Johnson.
Just because they're another. But see, this is the thing, bro. Like, this is just because their name ain't Ashton Jeanty don't mean they will not have good pro careers. Like, I just don't understand where that's not correlating. Some of these dudes are going to be some very good pros. So it's like, it's okay, bro. It's okay to pass on that, especially with the depth of the class, right? With the depth of the class. Because I'd argue, bro, like, I've seen him mock. The only time I really see him going in the top 10, Jeanty, is when he's mocked to us. That's it.
Yeah.
I might be tripping, but anytime it's ever been in the top 10, it's never 7 through 10. It's never fucking 1 through 4. It's always goddamn 6. Why?
Yeah. Yeah.
So for me, bro, it's like, if I see the range from only 6 to fucking, then I saw somebody else's mock draft. I forgot. And maybe it was Daniel Jeremiah. See, even Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft had him going to the Steelers, and look what the Steelers picked.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I didn't believe when I seen Mel Kiper mocking.
Mel Kiper had fucking Omarion Hampton before fucking, and that's blasphemous. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't like that. That's blasphemous. But still though, that's just to say, bro, like, we would be able, if that is really your pick, bro, we could trade back, bro. I really do feel like we could be able to trade back and do that. Like, and that's not saying some astronomical number. Like, if you want to trade back to 12, 13, somewhere in that range, and you grabbed a Jeanty, I'm happy. That's fine.
Yeah.
But we got an extra pick.
Yeah. One thing I will say, because we watch a lot of film, both individually, and then I've even pulled up on you. We didn't watch film. We didn't check out players that we like. And honestly, like, there was a lot of running backs I liked, and it might sound crazy because he's the top guy, but I wasn't super, super impressed with Jeanty. Like, he did do some great things on the field. Don't get me wrong. But the one thing I will say about those crazy numbers he put up, a lot of it, in my opinion, had to do with just the high volume of reps that he received during games. And now I get it. They couldn't stop him and all that, but let's be honest. Compare the numbers of reps he gets compared to some of these other top guys. If they were to possibly get 40 plus reps a game, just like he was, in my opinion, they might possibly put up the same numbers, maybe even better. So that's why I'm like, I get it. He's doing great things, but also he was in the ACC where it wasn't top, or actually the Mountain West division.
Right.
Sorry, Mountain West division. So it wasn't the craziest competition, but I mean, he did do his thing. Don't get me wrong. It's just nothing about it really impressed me enough to say, yes, that's my guy at 6. I have to get him. Because the last running back that I really seen in the draft, like in the first round, that had me thinking like, no, yeah, he's cold. You got to draft. He just won the Super Bowl this year.
Bro, I'm on the wavelength. You want to know why I'm on the same wavelength? I fucked around and I just said, hey, I'm going to go back and watch. Sometimes you got to refresh your memory. Go back, and I went back and watched fucking Saquon. There is a reason this motherfucker was a second overall pick. There's a reason.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to lie to you, bro. Like, if you turn on the film, just fuck the film. Turn on the highlights. Just turn on the fucking highlights. And you tell me which one you think is a number 2 overall pick or not between Ashton Jeanty and Saquon Barkley. I'm gonna just be real with you, dog. Like, I mean, and now it's different styles of running. But what Jeanty superpower is, right? What his superpower is, it does predicate a lot on contact balance, right? A lot on some of the power of his game. Right, where he's bouncing off people, he's taking a lot of contact, he's dishing out some punishment as well. So with that, he's going to play that style of back in the league, right? So it's like that's a different thing. So do I think that Genty is one of those running backs? Because for me, bro, to take a back top 5, like how Saquon was, I got to be able to give him the ball, and this motherfucker can scoot, scat, 60, 70, whatever the fuck yards on whatever given play. You feel what I'm saying? Now,
it could be 4th and 2, 4th and 6. You're not tripping. You trust your running back.
Now, majority of Genty's, stuff was breaking tackles. He's shifty, but of course, nobody's gonna say he's Saquon shifty, right? But so a majority of him doing what he's doing in the open field is breaking these tackles, having that balance, things of that nature, right? So that for me, bro, that's not the type of explosion. I would say like, all right, yeah, like that's immediate. I need that. So I mean, that's just me. That's just me. Now I see some people they're head over heels. I understand. I get it. I 100% I get it. But I don't know. But do you think he's the best available offensive guy? Do you feel like that?
The best available offensive guy? Honestly, at that point, in my opinion, if I'm not getting, obviously, which I would prefer would be a quarterback. That would be my initial preference as option 1. If we don't get a quarterback and we're going offense, let's say both Mason Graham and Abdul Carter are off the board. At that point, I'm looking at either, in my opinion, I'm going receiver right there. I'm either looking at if he's still there miraculously, I'm looking at Travis Hunter, or I'm looking at T-Mac. I'm looking at McMillan.
Right.
And if not, at that moment, I like both of them, but if it's not one of those guys, then you got to go Will Johnson or trade back. You got to figure something out there. But in my opinion, it's just too much. It's too much star power this year in this draft class at running back, where it's like, honestly, I'd feel comfortable even waiting until pick 3, or round 3, round 4, to get myself a running back at this point. Like, that's how legit this is. And we've heard draft analysts and other people say this could possibly go down as one of the best running back classes of all time.
Yeah, bro. People think we tripping when we say that. Like, that's dead ass. Like, that is not no hyperbole. Even like that's serious. But bro, I got a thought, and I'll share it on your show, bro. And I've been saving this thought for a minute, and I think I told you a little bit something when you pulled up one time, but I think I'm solidified now. I don't know if Will Johnson is the pick at 6, bro. I don't. You want to know something? I think the motherfucker from Texas is a little better fit for us than he is. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. And that's Jahdae Barron. And the only reason I say that is because he can play slot. He can play nickel. You feel me? So he got nickel capabilities. And I've already told you already, Will Johnson don't play no goddamn slot. So if we lose Nate Hobbs, we got to go into the draft with that solution in mind. We can't just say like, oh, well, fuck it, we're gonna put Jack Jones there. Like, that's not feasible. We can't say that.
Yeah, I hear you 100%, brother. And I'd hope we could possibly find a way to bring back Nate Hobbs. I mean, it's still not a done deal. He's gone. Like, there's still a shot we can bring him back, of course.
Right.
But I would say, besides, of course, the draft, another option for playing the slot or playing the nickel would be DJ Reed.
He plays slot. I thought he played outside.
I think he plays slot too. If I'm not mistaken,
if he plays slot, then I'm fine with that. He's definitely an upgrade over Hobbs. 100%. He's an upgrade. So I would take that. I'd definitely do that.
Yeah. So it could be an option, but we'll see. We got money to work with, so I feel like we should be able to hopefully get something done with Nate. He may let it be known on Instagram at the end of the season. This is where he wants to be. He loves Vegas. He loves the Raiders and shit.
Right.
The Raider Nation love Nate Hobbs too. So it's a match made in heaven. Hopefully we can make something happen and keep.
I love it there too, but hey, I'm only gonna love him for the right price. You feel me? Like, it's got to be right. And I think this is where it gets hard because like we fuck with these players.
Like crazy, but yeah, I get you.
We fuck with these dudes, bro. But it's like the money has to be right. It got to be correct. Yeah. And then when you get to these fucking conversations, shit gets uncomfortable. Because you get to now talking and you like, well, we like you, but are you really worth what you asking for right now? Like, are we being serious? You feel me? Like, because if he's asking for an astronomical amount of money, that's when the tough conversation got to come through. Well, I mean, shit, how many games you done played in the last 2 years? I mean, come on now. And then and then not only that, when you come back off an injury, you're not even the same player. So I don't know, bro. I don't know about all that.
Yeah. And I mean, I get it. I'm all for a player getting their money. I'm all for a player getting their money, but like you said, it got to make sense and it got to be reasonable. And it's like I feel like there's a right like price point. I'm sure that he understands, and I'm sure they'll come to a common ground. But we'll see. But yeah, speaking of besides the draft, obviously free agency is coming up. We actually signed back one of our own players already. We already got the ball rolling, trying to bring back some more guys. We extended Isaiah Polamau. What are your thoughts on that extension? And
great move.
The deal.
Amazing move, bro. I've been, I've talked about Polamau, I think since my channel started. Because I think this dude, every time he's got in, bro, he made plays. You feel what I'm saying? That's what he does. He makes plays. So I think a very solid move, starting one of your starting safeties for sure. So you definitely got that locked in. Definitely want to see what's going on with Trayvon Merrick.
Absolutely.
I don't know what's the plan, to be honest with you, because I honestly feel though that him and Trayvon play the same type of position. You feel me? I've said this like multiple times. I think him and Trayvon play the same thing, where it's like they got to play down by the line of scrimmage. But we'll see. But good move though.
We'll have to see. I mean, from if I'm not mistaken, they did find a way to put Polamau, I believe, playing deep center, and they had Trey up to playing the box. And
I mean, if you want to develop,
in my opinion, I just know it's not natural. But either way,
it's not natural.
Even if they wanted to flip it and have Trey back there and vice versa, like that could work out too, in my opinion.
Yeah, that is true. It could. I mean, well, nah, because Trayvon, I think we already saw what he is as a center fielder, and I think that's why a lot of us are so bullish and, let's say, like, surprised now, because we like, oh shit, he could play down by the line of scrimmage. Like, oh shit, he's taking on linemen and running backs. Like, oh, I didn't know he could do that. So it's like, I think that's why a lot of us are excited. That's why I was excited, because I didn't know he can do that shit. So I was like, okay, well, that's a different little wrinkle. But what we primarily drafted this man for, let's be honest, he's not doing what we primarily drafted him for. I don't think we primarily. Now, hey, shout out Justin, man. Shout out Justin. I like that, because he killed his Senior Bowl. I ain't gonna lie, he did his thing that week. So I really do think we need a true center fielder. If you bring back Trayvon Merrick, we are hoping that Polamau turns into that. So let's not get it twisted. I don't think Polamau is that right now, but I think we're hoping he develops into the true center fielder that we need. Now, we mixing and matching shit right now, but I just don't think that's a natural position for him.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, it'll be interesting. I mean, shoot, there's still other options. We may, who knows? Maybe the price might be too high for Maury. I believe he is going to expect a big pay raise, but I would love to bring back Trayvon Merrick if we can. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, anything can happen in free agency. Anything can happen. Shoot, I never thought Matthew Stafford would ever be available for the Raiders, but shit. It's looking like it's a real possibility.
As soon as I got a whiff of that, I don't give a damn, bro. That was the move right there. As soon as I got a whiff.
Yeah. And it definitely got the NFL going crazy. Like our guy, like my guy Lewis posted, Prez, he said apparently Jordan Schultz and Rappaport went at it today inside of Starbucks, according to NBC.
Is this real?
Is that real?
Real? Let me know. They got the shit they squabbling over stuff. Yeah. You want to know why, bro? Because I think both of us know. Both of us know. One motherfucker's telling the truth, and the other one's telling the cover up. It's one of the two. One motherfucker's telling the truth, the other one's telling the cover up. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I'm telling the truth and you telling the cover up, I'm gonna be willing to fight you, because you trying to discredit my information.
Yeah, I don't know though. It sounded a little crazy, because he said that I don't know if Tom Brady's just gonna invite a dude to his house like that. You get me? Like maybe they did run into each other in Montana at a ski lab. I don't know. Maybe that's something that unexpected. You never know.
Come on, hey man.
You never know.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
You feel me?
I don't.
You know, hey,
who knows?
And it be unexpected.
Hey man, Tom Brady's a. Hey, Mike. Rundown. Hear me out though. Tom Brady is an honorable man. I don't think he would do it such a heinous act.
Hey,
I don't think
Mike, it'd be unexpected. It'd be unexpected when we be smoking in the garage and the tree is flowing. That should be unexpected. I have no idea that we gonna pull up and we gonna get to smoking and shit like we do during the week, but it just happens. You feel what I'm saying? Shit flows. And of course, we know Tom Brady is the most outstanding football player to ever play this game. A clean record. This motherfucker's never done anything to cheat the game. So how dare Jordan Schultz insinuate this motherfucker did that? How dare
you? Yeah, man. I can't believe that. But
come on, man. Come on, man. The cleanest motherfucker I've never seen Tom Brady.
Even if he did try to get Tom Brady in trouble for that.
I mean, what technically can you do, even if that's the case? What technically can you actually do to him? There's nothing you can do. The agent already said, look for a trade. Okay. All of a sudden, you feel what I'm saying? We in the same ski lounge. That's fine. You know what I mean? Who says we was talking about a trade? Nobody said we was even talking about shit like that. You feel me? I just invited the homie up here to come kick it with me. You know what I mean? Kick it with me at the lounge. We over here chilling, cooling it. That's it. So maybe it got brought up in translation. You feel me? We might have fucked around and said something like, you know what I mean? Vegas not that far from LA, some quick, some cheap. But really, I'm just chilling with the homie. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't nothing crazy with it. You don't even know what we was talking about. Motherfuckers just speculating shit, bro. We was just in the same place, same time, kicking it.
Yeah. What you never know, bro. Hey, it could be a coincidence. Like that coincidence when McVay happened to be at the same place eating, I believe, on a vacation site where Stafford happened to be. It's a coincidence. You never know. Coincidences happen sometimes.
Bro, and I get you, Anthony, because a lot of us Raider fans don't want to hold our breath. But I'll say, like, I think if this is the case, take the Brady thing out. It's the best. We have the best chance, and it's the best scenario, I think, if it was to happen for both parties. And is saying, like, Matt gets to go somewhere where it's warm, a dome. He ain't got to play in no cold. Ain't moving the family far. You feel what I'm saying? And then the Rams get to get him off the books. I mean, so that's really where it is. I really, now I just really would love to know how this deteriorated so quickly behind the scenes, and why they are so bullish on not giving him that type of money.
Yeah, man, it's crazy to me. Like, you would think they would pay him, but I don't know. They had another player, I believe one of their guards actually requested trade today too. So at this point, it's like I don't know what's going on over there. They're about to lose.
That's the problem, bro. That's the problem.
That guy and possibly Stafford, like it's crazy. I don't know what's going on over there.
I mean, yeah, they might be trying to get younger. That might be something. They might be trying to just get like a younger squad, but for a team that just went to the NFC Championship game and shit, like, this is crazy. It's a little wild.
Damn. I'm reading the details right here in the chat of what went down between that whole
oh no, it's real. I'm reading that shit right now.
Yeah. That's crazy. I mean, hey, but I get it though. Rappaport's an honorable man. He's not gonna do nothing foul, and I'm sure he's defending another honorable man in Tom Brady. So it is what it is. But like, in a way, regardless, again, bro, one thing I will say is low key snitching, and I don't like that, bro. Like, don't be cool. Just keep it player. Don't snitch.
And now, honestly, bro, like, I just say, some people will say, why is Jordan Schultz doing all that? But you got to think, bro, like in the media game, dog. Again, if I fully well know something, and you trying to discredit my information, I mean, we gonna we gonna squabble about that because you trying to discredit what the fuck I'm saying, dog. Like, so we are definitely gonna squabble about, certain shit like that. But still, I do think it has legs. We'll see, bro. We'll see how it goes. As of right now, I'm focused on what we can get, which is the draft. Hopefully, we can fucking, get a little bit more clarity as the days continue. If the trade was to go down, it's probably not gonna happen, for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
From now, when free agency and shit hits and all that, like, we probably gotta wait until then just to see what goes down from there. But I don't think we see anything majorly move. I mean, we're gonna get a lot of news this week, though. I mean, it's the combine, but we got to wait till after the combine, I think, for the moves to really be made.
A lot of moves that could possibly be made. What are your thoughts on the possible move or the rumor that we keep hearing on Twitter? I don't know if people take the certain pages word or their rumors seriously, but there is a rumor going around that possibly we may try and trade up for Cam Ward. Which, hey, you already know me. I'm not that. If that, a lot of rumors I don't really care for, but that's one rumor I really wish would happen.
Right,
I wouldn't mind that one bit.
Right.
I'd be ecstatic. You get me Cam Ward.
Yeah, I mean, if we can fuck around, but it just, again, it's the same thing as the Stafford shit. Like, what's the capital, right? Like, what are we giving up? A second round pick, I think it's a little steep because of this class. You feel me? Like, because of this draft class, because of how deep it is in certain positions, I hate giving up a second round pick. Like, in no circumstance, I think we can do that. One of the thirds, for sure. Now, if it's next year shit, like you giving up next year's second round pick, like, I don't give a fuck about that. Nobody cares. Because if Cam Ward ends up being the guy, nobody's gonna care about the next year's second round pick. That shit does not matter. But I think as far as this year specifically, we can't give up a second round and shit like that. I think we would have to be able to keep that and give one of the thirds.
Honestly, I'm at the point where, I've seen such horrible QB play majority of my life, bro. I'm saying that second. I don't really care. Like, if this means we're gonna have our franchise quarterback for the long term, bro, nobody's gonna give a fuck about that second round pick. We done wasted so many picks in the past, bro. Or we said no, we can't trade up. We got to think about our future. And when the future came, we fucked up those picks. So it's like,
that's true.
At this point, instead of getting something I don't like, I'd rather trade up and get something I do like.
That's true.
That's just my opinion. I would do it because, in my opinion, he could be the future of the franchise. He could really be our franchise quarterback.
Yeah, I do think, a person like Matt Stafford is perfect for a person like Cam Ward, to harness that arm talent, to learn how to use it correctly and things of that nature. That'd be a perfect person. I'm still on the train, though, that Cam does need to sit a year. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm still on that train. Even though I like Cam and I fuck with Cam, I think a lot of people are now overlooking flaws that were there during the season, that some people were talking about during the season. Now all of a sudden that shit's not there no more. Like, the decision making and the technique are still things that must be cleaned up with Cam Ward. Like, he has to clean that shit up, bro. Like, there are times, I mean, as a Cam Ward supporter, we look, this motherfucker's footwork not clean. He's spraying some shit around. He's not as accurate as he could be, and he can clean that up. That's not a detriment, but we know what that takes to clean that up. It takes work. It takes a little bit. Yeah. Also, that decision making shit.
Yeah.
Hey, bro. I'm not gonna say it's Jordan Love territory, but that shit gets there sometimes. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He be getting towards Jordan Love status with some of these fucking throws and the double coverage and shit he be doing. So I'd be like, all right, bro. So that's some of the things that I feel like he has to clean up. If you give him a year, he'll be all right. But I think you do got to give him a year, though.
Yeah. I feel like with a year's time, he should be good to go. And I mean, I wouldn't mind that. Honestly, as long as we get him on the roster, as long as we know we have our future franchise quarterback on the roster finally, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. And Brady already said that would be his preferred plan for a quarterback, is to help let them sit about a year, maybe less if they figure it out quick enough. But about a year. That way they're ready to go and they understand what they're doing. So they're not a deer in headlights out there. They're not out there playing like a chicken with his head off.
And that's the main concern, that you have somebody that right, is like, all right, bro, I am confident that if I put him in, that we have our guy when we do put, as far as who you draft, right? Because you don't want to put that motherfucker in too soon, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, this isn't the guy, you know what I mean? Or this is not the guy, or whatever the case, this can't be your dude. So I definitely think that whoever you take, you gotta be confident. You want to say?
Yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, in my opinion, if that the opportunity comes in, if the price is right, or if they feel that price is reasonable enough to trade up, I'll do it. But I mean, it is. We'll see. I mean, at the moment, anything could happen. I mean, we may even stay at 6. Who knows? We don't know what's going to happen, but it could get real interesting. I mean, if that's who they want though, and they really think that's their guy, in my opinion, I do it. I do
Yeah,
it. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how
yeah.
it
I
goes there.
mean,
But I really think he's the best one out there. Like I think.
it all depends if they, like you said, if they are in the building and they're 100% and they're like, yes, that's it right there.
Yeah.
I agree. Now, where I would go. Where I would go with the quarterback selection, and I don't even think necessarily we have to trade up to number 1 to get him, to be honest. And some people would say that's the indication on, Shedeur is just not that good, or whatever the case. There's sometimes, bro, certain quarterbacks fall where they shouldn't anyway, and sometimes it's a blessing in disguise, right? I mean, you ask Patrick Mahomes, should he have failed to pick 15? You would have said, goddamn right. He would have been like, you goddamn right. I fall all the way to where I fall, instead of going to pick so and so. To imagine if he goes to Chicago and shit. Does the career end the same way? You feel what I'm saying? Like, is it going the same way? So yes, I mean, I love Patrick
winning a division title if that would happen.
Bro, you feel me? Like Patrick Mahomes, yes, he's one of the greatest, but it's also added on to by having that type of coach, that type of system, philosophy, all that. So
yeah,
sometimes, dog, like, you don't have to trade up for one. He's just not that good, whatever the case. But bro, I really have a solid feeling that if the league let this motherfucker get to us, bro, with Shedeur, I really feel like that's the answer, bro. I do. I honestly feel like that's the dude where a lot of people, even our own fans, not that good, whatever the case, blah, blah, blah. Just talk. And this been all his career. All he does is improve, continue to improve, put his team in position. So I can't be mad, bro. I honestly think that's the one right there. But you know me, wherever we go, I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm happy with either route. Honestly, if we were able to get our hands on one of those quarterbacks in this draft, I'd be happy with either one. I feel like that's a home run pick.
Oh, that's one. Yeah, bro. Yeah, either one is a home slam dunk, in my opinion. Slam dunk. You can get one.
Yeah. And I'll be happy with either or, but we'll see how it goes with that. I mean, there are other options, like we were saying. Like let's say if a quarterback doesn't fall, unfortunately, we have our coaching staff, our regime hasn't been able to talk to the quarterbacks yet because they just arrived today.
Right.
But I do know for a fact they did meet with one guy who is a real possibility at 6, and I wouldn't be mad at this pick either. They met with the Raiders have met with Mason Graham at the combine via Levi Edwards. How you feel about that pick as a possibility?
That's the one. Yeah. Now, look, bro, I see people, getting to talk about Mason Graham now. You know how to draft it. All of a sudden, early in the process, we like, oh, this motherfucker's nice. He's good.
Yeah.
He's this. He's that. And now all of a sudden, this motherfucker's not even a first round selection no more in some people's eyes. All of a sudden, this man's a second round pick. That's what some people are saying. Now, I'm not sitting here and saying that this man is fucking Jalen Carter and all that shit. Like, we're not gonna say that, because we watched that film. We know what that looked like. That was different. That was generational D tackle film. When you watch Jalen Carter, that's generational film. But with Mason Graham, I do believe he's a tier or two below that. I do believe it's a tier or two below that. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe two little notches. But if you were to get this man, I feel like you are bringing in one of the better D tackles in the draft. And that is no hyperbole, dog. Like he's one of the better D tackles in the draft. And honestly, what people are not, also looking at with us, he's not the guy, right? Like you're drafting him and he don't have to be the guy. This motherfucker is a piece. He's a piece. And that's it, bro. Like that's what people are not understanding, dog. Like we already have guys. We already got motherfuckers that we count on that have to do these sacks and shit. This motherfucker just come in free to rush the passer and this like that. Oh yeah, dog. I'm good with that. Yeah. I'm fine.
Yeah, like let's be honest. If we were to pick him, that D line would be so disgusting, bro.
Oh my God.
Obviously, you'd have Max, you got Wilkins, you'd have this dude right next to him, and then whatever end we bring in, whether hopefully is Malcolm Kuntz. I'm sure you've seen Pete's presser. He did mention that they're hopeful to have Malcolm back.
I did.
Or he can't wait to have him back.
I did.
Yeah.
I am.
What are your thoughts on the press conferences?
Oh, well, we got some guys in the building. I mean, we got professionals.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And this is why I was hella bullish on getting Pete in the first place. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's because Pete was gonna bring a level of professionalism, a level of maturity to the job that we need, right? And now you see like it's like what he brings with the addition of the GM, right? Because Spytek is the young hotshot motherfucker that we wanted in the organization. So with that, bro, I love what I'm hearing. I love that it seems like everybody's on the same page. You know what I mean? I don't get why some people are so surprised that Brady is involved like that. I mean, come on, dog. Like, if you tell me we in school and we doing a group project and this fucking project is worth 80% of my grade and my name is on it, you goddamn right. I'm giving input. That's just what's happening. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna let you send something shitty out and we all fail. Like, nah, that's not what happened. So Brady was gonna be involved, but everybody seems like they're on the same page, bro. And that's all we can ask for, honestly.
Yeah, they're all on the same page. And the one thing I will say too that I appreciate is, even though they did say a lot, they didn't really say a lot in those press conferences. Like they kept the real poker face. They made sure not to say shit.
Yep. Coach speak, man. I mean, that was veteran. That was veteran right there. That's how you do it. Unlike the coach that a lot of us was looking to get, that we thought we might get in Ben Johnson. I ain't gonna lie, it might be a little off topic, but ever since he has received that Bears job, I have hated the way that motherfucker's moved. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Yeah,
Ben Johnson got that Bears job. He started doing some weird shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, man. I don't know how to feel about the shit that Ben Johnson's been doing. Some of his actions, taking shots at people.
And bro, he out here talking reckless, dog. He talking reckless. He doing too much.
Hey, when he said that Penei Sewell was a better passer than Goff or threw a better pass, I was like, oh no, nah, you out of pocket.
Hey, you can see clearly who the fuck he blames for that playoff loss. He don't blame nobody else but Jared Goff. That's all he's talked about this entire offseason, dog. He definitely blames Jared Goff for that fucking playoff loss.
Yeah, and it might sound crazy because I don't wish bad on nobody, but the way he's talking, he reminds me of another coach that we're awfully familiar with. Like he gives me those vibes.
I'm not even gonna say that, but he is talking
personality-wise. I know. Personality-wise, he gives me those vibes.
I see it. It has the potential. It has that potential. And I definitely see it. He talking greasy like a motherfucker too. So, I hope it gets there. But for your boy Caleb, you hope it gets there, right? But even Caleb was talking greasy when he first got in the fucking league, and that shit didn't end up working out. So it's like, I don't know, bro. You might want to pipe that down a little bit.
Yeah, I know he was used to doing some like spontaneous crazy shit over there, obviously at USC, but it's like, hey man, you a bad motherfucker, but there's a lot of those type dudes out here on the field. Yeah, like you're serious out here.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
unfortunately, he didn't have an O-line, so it's like, yeah, there's only so much you could do, especially when you got that much pressure coming at you.
Bro,
every
the Bears have Caleb Williams, and we have a better O-line than them.
Yeah.
That's just, I mean, come on now. I mean, there's multiple teams we have. I know just a lot of people talk about our O-line. That just irks me because I feel like our O-line is not that bad. I really don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually like our O-line. Like, in my opinion, if we need to upgrade anything, maybe a guard. Maybe one guard. If that. Like, other than that, I'm pretty happy with the O-line.
For me, it ain't the guard you think. It ain't the guard. It ain't the guard that everybody think we should upgrade. I'm actually cool with a certain person that we gonna resign this year. It's another one that's been on the squad for a minute that I'm not fucking with. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, I think I know what direction you're going, and
bro. Like the one that I like. He just got into the lineup this year and showed his ass. I ain't gonna lie, but
he deserves get brought. I think they'll bring
the other one. I done seen him flip flop from one side to the other side, and then we tried everything in between, and this shit's it's still not working. So I don't know what else I gotta be looking for. I might not be looking at the right shit, but I ain't seeing what I'm supposed to see.
Yeah, and I mean, hey, if there's a possible upgrade available in free agency, go for it. Like at this point,
I'm doing that.
Yeah, you can find an upgrade, do it. I don't blame you.
Like for example. Mekhi, I've talked about this on my channel. My people talked about this. Mekhi Becton. I'd put Mekhi Becton in there for Parham in a minute. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
I just feel like we'd have maulers now. We got bigger bodies, right? And I just, the thing with Parham, he struggles with, and he continues to struggle with. I mean, what year is it? Year 4, some shit like that. I mean, every time we see the power rushers, we already knew what time it was with Andre James and Dylan Parham. We knew.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, bro, it's year 4. We got the same problem. I mean, what else do we do? What are we supposed to do?
Yeah. Yeah, at this point, it's like you got to step up, bro, or we're going to have to find an upgrade for you. And you're going to have to really prove if you want your spot or not.
Yeah, that's just basically what it is, bro. Like, again, I'm tired of rewarding players that necessarily haven't got that type of or garnered that type of reward. I'm not doing that no more, bro. As far as like just me as a fan, I would say that. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, like I like this dude. No, he should definitely get that money. When we look and he hasn't gave us that production, he hasn't sat there and actually gave us what we're looking for, took that leap. Right? I mean, you look at all these other teams and shit, you got all these players that are making Pro Bowl leaps. Perennial Pro Bowl leaps. Like, and we in year 4 struggling with the same weakness. So what the fuck are we doing? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and that's not saying he's not putting in no work, but it's like sometimes we gotta trust what our eyes see and not try to like fit a motherfucker into a narrative. Like, just trust it. We understand what it is.
Yeah. Nah, and you're right. You're right. And that's why, like, some players, like, they may not want to hear it, but you got to be able to be accountable for your actions. Like, you got to be able to be accountable and take accountability. As long as you can do that, and you snap out of it, you do what you got to do to improve. Hey, man, it's all good. Like, we don't mean no ill will. It's no hate. It's just sometimes,
hey, bro. And Mike, bro,
you got to step up.
And you already know, Mike. Like, if we were like on the cusp every year, we in the fucking AFC Championship game, the wild card, and we continuously there. And we on the cusp, and these dudes have a gripe about getting their money. Well, then you have a point because we're winning, right? You're a piece of the puzzle. We only need a little bit to get over the hump. Okay, cool. But again, bro, like when we're having these conversations, and then we look at the play, the consistency, adding into, well, how many fucking wins do we have over the course of your tenure here? How have we improved in your tenure here? Then you start looking at that, and for a lot of these players, we ain't won shit. We ain't done nothing. We ain't been consistent. So then at that point, it's like, what are we going to boo-hoo about? What are we going to cry about? What are we losing? You feel what I'm saying? Like, we ain't done shit. Yeah. It's okay to start over in certain positions, bro, in certain areas and find some upgrades or try to find an upgrade at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the objective, is having the best team possible and having the best possible players out there on every single position so you can get shit done.
That's it.
And really, like, and it will suck to say because there's a lot of guys I'd love to bring back on this team. But I mean, if there's an upgrade out there that's in that same price range, or so, you got me. If just price is right, you got to do it. You got to do it. It makes sense,
bro. I'm sorry. Like,
but
for
also,
example,
they got to be scheme fits too. Of course, they got to be scheme fits. But
right. But for example, bro, and I know you brought up Kuntz. I like Kuntz, but I mean, you and I have had multiple conversations, discussions. I have multiple conversations with everybody because I'm always on the other side of it. It's like, I like him, but if you're telling me he wants $10-12 million, I don't like him that much. I'm sorry, like, I don't fuck with him that much where I'm gonna pay him $10-12 million, especially when I know Josh Sweat wants somewhere around 18, 19. I'm paying Josh Sweat the extra meal before I give Malcolm Kuntz that 10-12. Like, that would be me. And those certain instances, that's where I look and I'm like you just said, if we can upgrade, which I feel like Josh Sweat at this point in the careers is an upgrade because he's been more consistent, he's played more games. Then you do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I like you said, I appreciate Malcolm Kuntz. I'm a big fan of Malcolm Kuntz. I'd love to have him here, but hey, if Josh Sweat says he wants to play over here in Vegas for the same price range,
you guys to do that.
Yeah.
You guys to do that, bro. Because I mean, we all know. I mean, Kuntz has only played half a season of the good play, and we're all relying on them 8 games to be like, that's what he's gonna be. Like that's it right there. But we don't know. We just do not know.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why it's got to really make sense for Kuntz to come back. I hope we do bring him back, but it's got to make sense because that, in my opinion, 20 is a little bit steep. Like I feel like they got.
Is that real? Is that a real number that he's looking for $20 million?
I don't know, honestly. That I couldn't tell you. I wish I didn't know the answer to that, but I don't know. That is.
There's no fucking way, bro. There's no way. Yeah. If he's looking for $20 million, I'm sorry, bro. You pay Josh Sweat and you keep it pushing.
Yeah. Now, obviously, besides Kuntz, we also got to talk about the other candidate in free agency that we could bring back in Kayvon Chaisson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There you go. Now that's it right there, right? Like that's dirt cheap. And look what he did. Look what the fuck he did in the last couple games. So based off that, it's like I didn't get this. It wasn't the same as Malcolm Kuntz per se, but he did some good shit last year that made me say I'd take that again at a good price tag. John be on the channel all the time. You know what it is with me. I ain't gonna cap. I would definitely, because you're giving Chaisson nothing. You feel me? Yeah. Like he's getting pennies. So you definitely got to fuck around and get that. And imagine, if you were to get Chaisson and you still, can get a Mason Graham and things of this nature. I still like Chaisson on the other side. I do. Yeah. I put him over there. But
he's a big time this past season.
Yeah, bro, I'd still put him on the other side if it came down to it. I mean, there's still some edge rushers in the draft class, where you fuck around, right? Like, say if I traded, you and I talked about it. Say if we did trade back. Say if I wanted to grab me a Mike Green. There we go. You feel me? Like we good. We're straight. If I wanted to grab something like that, or Shamar Stewart, or things of these nature, bro. Like, what's old boy from Ohio State? I can grab the Oos. I can grab the Oos from Ohio State that nobody's talking about right now. You feel me?
Oh, yeah.
JT. I think JT Tumalau, or however you say it, in the back end, but nobody talking about him. You feel me? I grab him too. I mean, there's multiple guys that I can get at edge, that maybe will not give me Kuntz production out the gate, but I definitely feel like can get to that. Feel like what we've seen.
They'll be able to provide to the product on the field. So
day one. Yeah. Feel me? Like, I mean, we talked about Mike Green at length, and he's talking about like the back end of the first round. I mean, shit. What we've seen,
I think top 15. I think,
bro. What we've seen from the Senior Bowl and the tape, that motherfucker's real. That he's real deal, bro. I mean, you talking about how you got Coons from Buffalo, you getting this motherfucker from Marshall. Same shit to me.
Yeah.
And I feel like they got the same type of bag when coming out, right? Like coming out of school, these motherfuckers is kind of similar. Where it is like this motherfucker but there's a reason why Mike Green gonna be a fucking first round pick. There's a reason. I'm gonna just say that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one of the players, honestly, I'm excited to see in the combine.
Oh, he's cold. He's gonna be cold. He's gonna be cold. I like
40 times really. Hey, that 40 times gonna make him a lot of money, in my opinion.
That little hula hoop drill too. That little shit where they got to go around that thing. That shit's gonna kill it. I'm waiting for the interior D lineman too. I'm trying to see some of that Walter Nolan. You know, I want to see Walter Nolan, that Kenneth Grant. I want to see both of them.
I want to see JJ Pegues from Ole Miss.
Pegues, yeah, Pegues. I want to see all these motherfuckers, dog.
Shoot,
it's gonna be real tomorrow, man.
To another edge, Kennard, Kyle Kennard.
Another another edge, bro. Where there's so many guys. Again, bro, like the D line is deep, so there's so many guys. You know, you'll fuck around, forget somebody.
Yeah, and like we were saying, how there's certain position groups that it's a really deep class. D line, edge, running back. That's also part of the reason why I feel like with a position, in my opinion, where that's a clear big need for us, I would try and do whatever I can. And in my opinion, try and go get a quarterback, whether that's either trade up or hopefully one of them falls, whatever. I'll try and figure out a way to get one of those quarterbacks, because in this list of quarterbacks, is after the top two, it gets a little nasty. There are a couple guys that they show some potential, but you really got to develop them.
There's more development that's needed, and Jackson Dart, you got to develop that motherfucker. Like, I get it. People like Jackson Dart, but I mean, even and you telling me you a USC fan, you like Jackson Dart too. But I mean, I feel like we all can.
Yeah, I know some aspects of his game that he could definitely improve on.
There's shit in his game he's got to clean up like a motherfucker, bro. I mean, like, and it's not gonna say it's bad, but even his footwork's ugly sometimes. Like, that shit gets ugly. So you definitely gotta look at him. His decision making sometimes is spotty at times. You look and it's a lot of what the fuck throws, and I don't like to see a lot of that on film where you're like, you look and it's a lot of, bro, what the fuck? Like, you look and you're just confused. So there's a lot of that on film too. So you got to keep that into account. I mean, but the lower you go, the more riskier it gets.
Yeah, absolutely. And
well, I mean, we all know. I mean, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead. My bad.
But yeah, that's why, in my opinion, if the list gets nastier, like, it's not that deep of a class, in my opinion, and that's really a need, like a serious need. In my opinion, you go get the best you could possibly get. If whoever you think is the best available, you go get them.
Football knowledge is going to be separated this weekend, because Jalen Milroe is going to be taking snaps at the combine, and I guarantee you, after this weekend, you're going to have some motherfuckers in your inbox, in your Twitter, wherever. Well, why are we looking at Jalen Milroe? What the fuck? Why are we looking at Jalen Milroe? I guarantee it, bro. It happens every year. After this Saturday, motherfuckers going to see him run. They going to see him work out and shit. It's going to be everything but the throwing. They're going to be like, oh, shit, we got to take Jalen Milroe. Everybody talk about every trait except his fucking arm, which is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I would be definitely against that, picking him up. I feel like the majority of the time, like, it may take time to really try and develop his arm, because the way I see it, as a quarterback, if you don't got an arm, or you don't got the arm talent going into the draft, you're already real far behind. Yeah,
you're trying to build this motherfucker from the ground up. It ain't gonna work.
Yeah, it's like you're supposed to have that figured out by the time you even get to college, or by the time you finish college. You should have it figured out with the arm talent.
You want to know something too, bro? You want to know something, because people talk about like Anthony Richardson as the comp a little bit of like, that's why you don't take him or whatever. I argue to you, right? Like, I was more excited about Anthony Richardson because this motherfucker hasn't played so much. I was like, all right, well, he only played 13 fucking games, and he's got, some accuracy issues, footwork issue. That's fine, because he's only played 13 games. If I sit his ass down for 2 years, like, I can fix that, right? So I was excited. He ain't played that much. He's 20 years old. I can get that. Milroe has played multiple seasons of college football. motherfuckers think we making that shit up, bro. There's multiple years of tape. So it's not like I'm like guessing what the fuck he is, bro. Like I've seen this man under 2 different coaches, one of them the greatest coach of all time. Yeah. And it ain't there. It is not there. I think even fucking Nick Saban himself will tell you, out of the quarterbacks he's had before Jalen Milroe, he ain't that. Yeah. He ain't that. I mean, I don't give a fuck about none of that. He ain't that.
Yeah. That's why, in my opinion, like I'm sorry I keep going back to this, but it's like you gotta try and get one of those top 2 guys. If you're trying to be serious about getting a quarterback, you gotta get one of those top 2 guys, bro. Like let's be real. Like it gets real nasty. Bro. Yeah,
so either that or you fucking or you wait to you have to wait till next year. You have to wait till next year. You know, with Stafford or whatever, you get Stafford, you can wait till next year. I would take the flyer on Will Howard. I would just to say fuck it. Like if we needed one, I'd say all right, let's see what it looks like. But I'm not taking him and thinking we got a franchise motherfucker though. Like I'm not gonna say that. I'll just say we got somebody young, and if the dice is rolled right, we might have something. But if we don't, then oh fucking so well, so be it. And then we go into it next year and we say, well, shit. Now this is the issue that you run into because we not going. If we get Stafford, I don't think we win no fucking 4 games. I don't think we're not in the top 10. You feel me? So
yes, now, bro, we're gonna be in the playoffs.
Now you definitely got to trade your soul to get one of these motherfuckers out here as far as quarterback is concerned. So you definitely gonna have to trade your soul next year. I mean, as long as y'all fine with that, that's all that matters.
That's why, in my opinion, and maybe it makes more sense to do it now when you're at the moment you have those high picks,
right?
Where you're closer. You get me? Instead of waiting until next year, and you never know, maybe you're too far and you just don't have a chance to trade up for one of those guys.
Oh man, bro. I mean,
try and do it now if you can. Like maybe I'm being greedy by saying that, but I would, if it was up to me, I'll do some shit like that. Maybe it seemed like Madden or whatever, or do it something that's unrealistic, but I'll try and do some shit like that.
Dog, dude, and you like, come on, you just elaborated like we're close to playoffs with Matt Stafford. So let's just, for the sake of argument, if you motherfuckers wanted Arch Manning next year, you gonna have to you damn near are gonna have to trade your soul away to El Diablo on layaway. Like damn near, bro. You have to sign that bitch away, bro. Like that there's no way you're gonna be able to get this motherfucker without trading the sun, moon, stars, everything in between. There's no way. So this is probably the best time to get a guy in range. Right, unless next year you'll say we'll take whoever falls to us because we feel like the class is that good, or we don't care about trading our future at that point. Fuck it, we'll do it at that point and trade the 2 firsts or the 3 firsts it might take to go up and get that. So, and then I mean you don't even know if a motherfucker. It might be like last year where them teams wasn't playing ball. Them teams was not. They was not fucking with us, bro. They looked at us and said we're not trading this pick. We are grabbing these quarterbacks. So you might fall into that this next year. So you never know.
That's why, in my opinion, it's like if it makes sense now to do it, just get it over with now.
Do it now.
And that way, at least it's not where, let's say you hypothetically we do trade for Stafford, and you bring him in. Let's say he wants out after year 1, or he gets hurt year 1 and he's done. Like it may be, God forbid, season ending or career ending. Then what? Like you bring in this rookie that you're hoping to develop behind Stafford, and now he's out, and you have to pretty much throw him into the fire immediately.
Right.
It may make more sense if you're bringing in him or any other vet. It could be, you never know. One that we haven't really mentioned today, but is a possibility, possibly if Stafford, even whether he stays with the Rams somehow, or if we get outbidded and it possibly ends up being the Giants that trade for him. Another guy is Sam Darnold. That's another possibility where it's like, at least no matter what, whoever you get as a vet, I would say bring in a rookie. Bring in a rookie, and hopefully it's one of those top 2, so that way you can speed up that development process, and that way next year, hey man, I appreciate what you did for us. Hey, it's time.
There ain't no way, bro. People are talking about Sam Darnold at 40 bill and turning their nose at fucking Matt Stafford for $10 more million. Stop.
Yeah, it's crazy to me. It's really crazy to me, bro.
That shit makes no sense.
Yeah, like I'm
like
a
10
big
more mil.
Yeah, bro, I'm a big Stafford fan, and honestly, I'd pay him even more than 50 million. Like that's why I'm shocked that the Rams are not trying to pay him that much money. Like in my opinion, that man got there year one and got y'all a Super Bowl. Like y'all should be trying to pay him, but
he's worth
hey,
that. I think
yeah,
he's worth that.
If you don't, we'll pay him. Just take this 4th or 5th round pick, and hey, we'll call it even. We'll figure.
Yep,
we'll figure something.
We got the bread to do it. I mean, Cooper Kupp is one thing. Letting Cooper Kupp go, I understand that because he's declined as of recently. He ain't the same, but Stafford is. I think a lot of us, is a lot of it too is kind of maybe Stafford too is like, bro, I'm not playing on that shit. And if y'all is bullish on not paying me, then get me the fuck up out of here. It is what it is, bro. Like I'm just not going to do it. I think it is both sides as well.
Yeah. So I know you heard the rumors of like if Stafford gets traded, that they're likely going to try and go after Aaron Rodgers over there in LA. And more than likely, if they get Aaron Rodgers, they're going to probably bring in Tay to be like a package thing. So if they do that, I want to hear your thoughts on this. So say we end up being the team that trades for Stafford. What if he says, I want you guys to bring in my guy Cooper? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, sorry, Matt. It's not that type of party. It's not that type of party, Matt. Now when I can get now when I get my guy now when I got my guy Chris Godwin out there free and available. You know what I'm saying?
I'm hearing he going back to Tampa, bro.
Who, Chris? Oh yeah, you did tell me that. But
yeah,
if I have a chance to get, because I still got to trade for Kupp, don't I?
Yeah, but with them, they're not even asking. That's the crazy part. They're not even trying to. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think they're trying to restructure his contract. Like they didn't even ask him if he wanted to restructure nothing. They want to move on. So there is a chance either way that contract's gonna have to get redone. Like maybe if the price is right, if he's willing to do a team friendly deal and you could possibly trade for him for the low. Honestly, I'd consider it.
Because my thing is either him or I'm gonna be honest with you, I'd rather DK Metcalf. That's just me. Because if we're talking about like trading for somebody, like I think DK Metcalf makes more sense. Like for what we need. You feel me? Like because that's why we talked about, I think I tweeted too. That's why we talked about McMillan at 6, right? Like because if you were to get somebody like McMillan, bigger body, downfield receiver, 50-50 isn't really 50-50. Shit turns into 70-30. You feel what I'm saying? 80-20. That's DK. That's with a guy like Brock Bowers, right on the other side with Jacoby, and that can already work the intermediate and things of that nature. I think that's really where we're looking to go, and I think it would fit. And I think DK is available too. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I think you can even give up the same type of capital that you can give up for Kupp to get DK.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible. Honestly, though, I don't know why. I've just never really been like a DK Metcalf guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe it's saying like, oh, he's like a top 10. He ain't no top 10 receiver and shit like that. I'll say it like that. But
yeah, that's why. But I'm like, in a sense, I'd rather go after Kupp just because I know he can play in the slot, and there's chemistry there with that quarterback.
You think we need a slot?
Possibly, bro, because we got Jacoby out wide, and we got Brock. You put Brock wherever you want.
Jacoby can play slot. He can do what he does. See, my thing is this, and maybe that's where I'm fucking up. I still have hope for Trey Tucker. I have hope.
If we bring in a Stafford, bro, Trey Tucker's gonna cook, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like I still have
little type guy.
I still have belief, man. I still have belief. I just think he just don't have. He ain't had the right quarterback. He needs a quarterback to kind of take him over the top. I believe. He ain't one of them players where he can do it on his own, and you know what I mean. Like this mother, he's just that good. Where he needs that quarterback play. So, but I think if he does get that, he's gonna be a real good player.
Yeah, and that's one thing for sure. Like Stafford got an arm, bro. Like he gonna hit. He gonna be hitting these receivers in stride. It's not like they're gonna have to stop and resurface and figure out and try and relocate the ball. They're actually gonna be able to actually hit them in stride and keep going. Like they're not gonna have to slow down. You're gonna tell him,
that's
in a
agreed.
couple seconds, look back and hey, here we go.
Yeah, so I think a little bit of it, bro. Like for me, like I like Trey Tucker. I still think he can be a slot option. I still think, I mean, and somewhat an outside option as well. But I just a lot of it too is like our receivers aren't big. We don't have a big group. You feel me? I saw Cory last week when he started talking about that height requirement shit. He ain't lying, dog. He's not fucking lying. You damn near got to be this tall to ride the fucking ride. Because right now, dog, like everybody's fucking 5'8" and below, 5'9" and below. And we don't have no, I want to say, like, variations in the room. We all got like either a fast, speedy motherfucker, or we got somebody that, you know, that runs routes and shit. We don't have no possession, which I think that's what we got to get.
Yeah. My opinion, I just really want like a guy that's like just cold, like somebody that's going to get separation, or a true wide receiver one. And that's why I'm like, in a way, I'm like, this guy was once a wide receiver one. I don't really know if DK is that type player. And that's why I'm like, he doesn't really fit the mold of what type of receiver I'm looking for preference
again, right? See, this is where I'm at. Again, this is how I explain it. Yeah. At this point, I've deaded my wide receiver one shit where I'm like, oh, I want a wide receiver one because we're gonna, like, to a degree, we're gonna follow the Chief blueprint where we're like, well, 89 is number one. That's just, I don't give a fuck where you look. And whoever the fuck, wherever route combination is called, bro, 89 first read. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
So off of that, that's kind of why I'm more comfortable in saying, like, I'd rather a complimentary piece to 89, right? Like somebody I know is like, okay, I know he complements his skill set because I know 89, no matter what the fuck is called, that's number one, bro. Then we look off of that. If he's not open, then off of that, everybody else can eat. But you know, that I feel like I would compliment and build it around Bowers more than I would say, oh, we gotta get a receiver and build it around him. Like, fuck it, build it around Bowers, bro. Let the whole thing center around him and let's let it rock.
Yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying for sure. And that's one thing that I can't wait to see is that if we do bring him in, is possibly Stafford to Brock Bowers. If that does become a reality, that's going to be cold blood. And if I'm not mistaken, the Rams did try and trade up for Brock Bowers.
They did.
They were trying. They were trying to go get him, and there's a reason why. Stafford was their quarterback, and maybe he had input on that pick too, and that's who he wanted. So maybe that's the reason why him and his camp may possibly be intrigued to get traded here if a trade does go down, because that would be really nice to see is Stafford to Bowers, those no look passes. Oh my god, bro! It's gonna be crazy. It can be crazy.
I would love that.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
I would definitely love that shit right there, man.
Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. We still got the rest of Combine week. We're in the middle of the week at the moment. I believe it goes all the way up to Saturday or Sunday. Is it tomorrow that the quarterbacks talk to the media?
Yeah, that starts tomorrow. That all starts tomorrow.
Okay, that should be fun. We'll find out later today what other D linemen and possibly linebackers, other positions that the Raiders met up with. But yeah, I appreciate you definitely for pulling up, brother.
Of course, bro. Of course.
Because it was a pretty crazy day. I ended up having technical difficulties too. I was kind of shocked by that. just when I said, like, oh yeah, my internet's good. Nope.
As soon as we start talking shit, man, you already know how it goes. You already know what happens.
Yeah, that was karma. Karma got my ass that time. But yeah, it's all good. I appreciate everybody that pulled up, everybody that's been showing love either to myself and Cory here at BTB or my brother Rundown and what he got going on. Hey, that's love, man. Like y'all some real ones for tuning in. Y'all definitely some dedicated fans tapping in on a freaking Wednesday evening to talk about potential draft options and rumors. Y'all real for that
shit.
Yeah.
Type shit.
But Rundown, where can the people find you?
Man, so you already know what it is, man. As you see it at the Raider Rundown right here, man. Appreciate everybody. As y'all know, man, I always say keep your notifications on. I just in the off season, I keep it on random times. That allows me to do a little bit of that chilling. Feel what I'm saying? Get a little bit of rest. So Keep your notifications on. During the season, though, we have a schedule that comes out. I always got a new schedule every season that comes out based on the times. I go live during the week and shit like that. So be on the lookout for that. But as during the off season, bro, we doing it free. We doing it natural. We just flowing and shit. Might have my guy Mike on the rundown. Not too long. We still got some more draft shit to do, mock drafts to do. So it's gonna be crazy, man. Make sure you guys are pulling up. I'm doing a lot this weekend for the combine, going live, maybe watch parties, all type of shit. So Mike, of course, you free to pull up all of that. But we doing it in. We going in this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. And for again, I appreciate my guy Rundown for pulling up. For those of y'all that are new to the show that pulled up on Rundown side, if you can, make sure you like, subscribe, and also follow me at Michaevelli24 on both Twitter and Instagram. You could also follow my guy Cory, Big Cory 00, same thing, both platforms. And if you want to follow the group all together, we have Black Team Broadcast on Instagram, Black Team Biz, BIZ on Twitter. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for pulling up. And this is BTB, the Black Team Broadcast. Black Team, you bitch.
Yes, sir.